They are made using hands, using us, by us. Okay, so those are known as synthetic fibers. Now, we saw four types of natural fibers in detail. Okay, we saw four types of natural fibers in detail. One is cotton, then we saw jute, then we saw wool, and we saw silk. Here is silk. These four we have studied. Okay. Then I started with synthetic fibers. I started with synthetic fibers in the recent class. I did rayon and nylon. Those are two synthetic fibers made by humans. Okay. Then we started with plastics. Okay. There are two types of plastics mainly, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. Thermoplastics are those plastics which get deformed when they are heated up. Okay, but thermosetting plastics are those plastics which does not get deformed. Once they are set in shape, they will remain as it is. Okay, you cannot melt them and change their shape again. Okay, now we will do what are the characteristics of plastics today. Can I have your videos on, please? Abraham, Anna, Emma.
Yes, ma'am. Just one second.
Yes. Now, characteristics of plastics. Being lighter as compared to metals, plastics are used in cars, aircrafts. They are used to make containers for storing a food item, water, milk, pickles, medicine, etc. Now, plastics are very lightweight. Okay, so in some of the parts of cars and aircrafts, plastic is being used. Why is because of its weights, that it's lightweight and also durable. Okay, durability. So some things are manufactured in cars and aircrafts. They are
Ma'am,
made up of plastic.
ma'am,
Yes, Abraham.
all
Yes,
everything will contain a polyester.
everything will
Or
contain.
every electronic device maybe.
Every electronic devices, mostly all electronic devices, they contain plastic in some form
No, ma'am,
or
because all the insulators are plastic, right, ma'am? Like all the ones that
mm-hmm.
with the buttons, the switches, the
Yes, that is all of plastic. The buttons, the switches, the coating on the wires, they are all plastic in electronic items. Even some, the outer part of it is plastic. Okay, now also we use a lot of containers that we use. Can you mute? Yeah. We use containers in our kitchen to store different items, to store different products. Those containers are also made up of plastic, right? Then articles like slippers, furniture like chairs and tables, and decorative items are also made by plastics. Okay, so furniture and decorative items, chairs, tables, we find a lot of items such as these which are made up of plastic. Now, metals like iron and copper get rusted when left exposed to air. Yes, Abraham, you want to ask something?
yeah, ma'am, is it true that if you use like the plastic bottle or plastic handies or every day to show food or to drink water, you are more prone to cancer?
Um, it is with some particular things that is true. Okay, using it every day. Also, sometimes it's said that like putting directly warm things, very hot things, very hot food and all onto plastic and eating from the plastic is wrong because the like warm food will lead to melting in some parts of the like plastic. Okay, because plastic melts also and it might react also. Okay, so it is like said that daily you cannot eat it. Daily you cannot eat on plastics. Okay, and polythene is advised to like shouldn't be used. The polythene which is made of plastic, it advised not to use because animals eat it. Cows, buffaloes. When we put our garbage in it and throw it, they along with the garbage they are eating the polythene, which is not digestible. Okay, and they get stuck in their intestines. Okay, cows and animals. Also, it is not easily. It's not very environment friendly. Okay, it does not get decomposed easily, which is also why the usage should be like less. We should use plastics less because they are not decomposable. They are not environment friendly. If animals eat polythenes, then they will die. These are the reasons. Now, metals.
Do you
They
know why
get
plastic
rust.
was invented?
Say again.
Do you know why plastic was invented?
Did uh, did you know why plastic was invented?
Yeah, ma'am.
Um, I haven't looked back yet like that back.
Ma'am, the reason was, I think the reason was because they were using too much of ivory and cellulose. Because at that time they didn't have any plastic. So it was meant to combat like the global like animal harming like for ivory they would take it out from the elephant and then use it.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And cellulose were and they had to take out all the cellulose stuff is because one touch or hit in the wrong place, it would blast.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Um, that is like true. And plastic, if you see the like positive side of it, it has a lot of like positive things as well. A lot of things are made out of it, protective coatings and all, handles of utensils. Good use is also there. But because it is synthetic, because it is an artificial material, it also has some bad effects. Okay, both things are there. Mostly depends on how we are using it. Okay, or what precautions are we taking to avoid the harmful effects of plastic. Now, plastics do not react with water and air. They are not corroded easily. Plastics do not rust. That is why they are used to store various kinds of materials, including many chemicals. Many chemicals are also stored in plastics because plastics they do not react with water and air. Plastics are strong and durable. Okay, strong. They're known for their strength and durability. Plastics can be molded into different shapes and sizes. It is used for various purposes. Make a list of different kind of plastic containers that you use in daily life. You can do this at home today. Okay. You can make a list of various containers that you use, plastic containers, and what you store in them. You can make a list. Then, plastics are poor conductors of heat and electricity. That is why electrical wires have plastic covering, and handles of cooking utensils are also made up of plastic, so they do not heat up.
Ma'am,
Okay?
this is sometimes a
Yes.
problem with plastic, right? Being being like not a conductor of heat, ma'am. I mean like because it absorbs all the heat so much so after some time it starts to melt. And that
After
sometimes is
some time,
not like after little heat. It's after lot heat. It's after very little heat if you expose it to, it will start to melt.
some do, like some plastics do, but some plastics are very strong and durable. That if they are exposed to heat, they will not melt. Okay. Some are very durable, but like some plastics can be like can melt when exposed to heat. Now, this depends on the quality of plastic, okay, the quality of its units, like the composition of it. We have to look that what makes it like melt and what makes it strong and durable.
And I
Okay,
remember I had like a car holder for my father's sunglasses. It was in the car. And after some time, we just left it in the car and we exposed to sun. And after some time, like when we came back, my father said that what happened that plastic got melted and then it loosened up and then got formed again.
it formed again.
Yeah, ma'am. So that now it was not tight. It was like very loose.
Okay. Okay, so some plastics gets melted and gets deformed in heat and sun, but some they don't. Okay. Now, did you know? Any doubt in this? Characteristics of plastic and utility? No. Utility means the usage or importance. Okay. Importance or use. And that's the utility. Now, plastics find extensive use in healthcare industry. A number of medical instruments, syringes, threads used for stitching wounds, bottles for storing medicine are also made of plastic. Teflon is a special plastic on which oil and water do not stick. Teflon on which oil and water do not stick. Now, it is used for non-stick coating on cookware. Although plastics catch fire easily, melamine is a special plastic which is flame resistant. That is why the uniforms of firemen have coating of melamine plastic. This coating makes the uniform flame resistant. Now, we have in our kitchen, if you've noticed, we have non-stick pan, non-stick fry pan, non-stick pan, right? Now, this non-stick pan is has a coating of Teflon. Okay, so when we cook in that, the oil doesn't stick or the oil doesn't burn on the surface of the pan. Why? Is because it is coated with or made with Teflon, okay, which resists water and oil. Okay, so the food doesn't get stuck on the base of the pan. Okay, then same way, yes.
Ma'am, what does the Teflon do to resist the oil?
What does the Teflon do to resist the oil? It just like it has its quality only, okay? That if oil is coming, okay, it will not settle on its layer because that Teflon has that characteristic, okay, that it doesn't hold water or oil. Okay, it doesn't get the oil and water doesn't get stuck on that surface of Teflon. Okay, that's the natural property of the Teflon
And ma'am, I thought
material.
Teflon was synthetic.
Teflon is synthetic, yes. Teflon is synthetic, it's man made. But the way Teflon's made, it is like it just becomes resistant to oil and water. Okay, now also melamine is flame resistant. Okay, melamine, if like exposed to flame, doesn't get melted easily. Okay, doesn't get melted easily like other plastics. It's unlike other plastics, it is flame resistant. So, firemen, they have a uniform, and that uniform is coated with melamine so that when they get into flames or when they get close to flame fire, the uniform doesn't melt. Okay, then now we have effects of plastic on the environment. Any doubt in anything? Hope it's clear. Joshua, any doubt? Okay. Okay. Emma, any doubt?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's clear. All right. Now we have effects of plastics on the environment. Garbage and waste materials around us and in our homes disappear in a few days. The main reason is that the waste materials get decomposed by the action of microorganisms. But plastics do not get decomposed easily by natural processes. For example, polythene bags they remain in the environment for several years. Since plastic takes several years to decompose, it is not environment friendly. It causes environmental pollution. If synthetic materials are burned, they take a long time to burn. In the process, they release a lot of poisonous gases, which also pollute the environment. Okay, which pollutes the air in the atmosphere. Okay, now the natural process in which material get decomposed by microorganisms. This is known as biodegradation. Okay, biodegradation. What happens is when yes, Abraham.
Ma'am, how are plastics like made?
How are plastics made? Plastics are like made when some compound is treated chemically by humans. Okay, you have to look it up. You have to look it up exactly how that happens. But when a compound is treated chemically, it results in the formation of plastic. And with that compound, or I think like it gets in a liquid form, and then it is poured into um, molds. It's poured into molds, and then it is left to set, and then it's taken out, and it takes the shape, the plastics. Okay, now some plastics can be heated, those containers can be heated again and then poured into another kind of mold, so it will take another shape. Okay, some plastics can be remolded, reshaped, but some plastics, once they have taken a shape, they will set. They will not, they cannot be like melted and reshaped again. Okay, you can check out exactly what compounds are used in
Ma'am,
making of plastic.
ma'am,
Yes,
the plastic like when you like what do you call that? When you expose them to fire, they start to burn.
they start to burn. Yes, they start to burn. They start to melt more likely. Okay, burn and melt.
But you said they won't melt.
Some plastics don't melt. Okay, thermosetting plastics do not melt. The plastics
I'm
that
talking about setting. Like, they will start to burn, right?
thermosetting plastics they will like burn. Okay, they will burn, but not like very fast like thermoplastics. The plastics like they burn very fast. Okay, and start to just melt fast. Those are like thermoplastics. Thermosetting plastics slowly they will melt. Also they're very hard. They will melt slowly. Then once melted you cannot reshape them. Thermosetting, you cannot give them another shape. Thermoplastics, you can give them another shape. Thermosetting, no.
Ma'am,
Once it's
it's because it's impossible to melt a thermosetting plastic.
setting plastic, yes, it is like very hard to melt a thermosetting plastic. Okay, it if like you're melting, you will need a very high temperature. Okay, like a furnace or something.
Ma'am, but still you won't melt. You will just let it catch on fire.
It will burn. It will burn. Yes, it will burn. It will catch a fire, but melting point, it might not even melt a thermosetting plastic, and definitely it will not melt on a gas stove. Okay. Now, I was I was explaining the process of biodegradation. What happens in biodegradation is that when we throw garbage, okay, or when garbage is put into the soil has a lot of microorganisms, small organisms, which eat that garbage, okay, and break it down, okay, which eat that garbage and break it down into smaller components, which is easily biodegradable. Okay. Now, what happens is, yes,
Ma'am, you
Abraham.
mean the ma'am, you mean the biological garbage, right?
Yes, biological garbage. Okay. The human waste. Then we have the peels of vegetables, fruits, and all of that too. Okay. Biological or biodegradable waste. Okay. So that is broken down, and then the nutrients are absorbed by the soil. All the nutrients that is there in that is absorbed by the soil, and the rest of it also slowly becomes part of the soil. Okay. Whereas on the other hand, non-biodegradable waste will not the microorganisms in the soil cannot break that down. Okay, and it remains on the soil as it is. If you burn it, then it will release harmful gases in the environment because it is made up of chemicals. Okay, so it will release harmful gases in the environment. Now, a material which gets decomposed through microorganisms is called biodegradable material. A material which is not easily decomposed by natural processes is non-biodegradable. Plastics is non-biodegradable. Therefore, avoid the use of plastic as far as possible. Make use of bags made of cotton or jute because cotton and jute are natural fibers and they are biodegradable. The biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste should be collected separately and disposed of separately. Okay. Now, this is the decomposition of various materials. How much time does it take for decomposition? When you throw peels of vegetable, fruit, and leftover food stuff in the soil, it takes it 1 to 2 weeks to get decomposed and it is biodegradable. Then, if you take paper is also biodegradable. 10 to 30 days it takes to decompose. Cotton cloth, 2 to 5 months it takes to decompose. It's also biodegradable. Wood, 10 to 15 years it takes for wood to get decomposed, biodegradable. Woolen clothes, about a year, they get decomposed in about a year and they are also biodegradable. But tin, aluminium, and other metal cans, they are not non biodegradable because it's written that 100 to 500 years it takes them. Okay, and even more it can take them, okay, to break down, and even in more than 500 years too they might not even get fully decomposed. Yes, Abraham.
That's why also sometimes we don't use pure aluminum. We mix aluminum with stuff. We use an alloy in the can.
Alloy is made of cans. Yes, that's
And,
right.
and also, ma'am, also, that's why we segregate the garbage into wet into dry. And in other countries such as the USA, they will segregate the garbage into four areas. That's why the one that
Mm-hmm.
is not biodegradable are recycled and reused.
Yes,
Supposed
that
to be.
is very true, Abraham. Yes, that's very true. In a lot of countries they segregate the waste, okay, on the basis of biodegradable, non-biodegradable, then dry waste and wet waste. The waste that is biodegradable is decomposed, okay, but the waste that is non-biodegradable is recycled and reused. Yes, Anna.
Ma'am, I just wanted to know whether oil was biodegradable.
Whether what is biodegradable?
Oil.
Oil.
Yes, ma'am.
Oil is biodegradable or not? Okay, so this is gonna be your homework, Anna. Okay, do a research if oil is biodegradable or not. Okay, and give me the reason too. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
now plastic and polythene bags, it takes them several years.
Not
Okay,
be biodegradable.
yes, Abraham, say again.
Oil should not be biodegradable.
Oil should not be biodegradable. Okay, you can
Because
do a research.
that's the reason when they say that when like ships or something, when oil leaks from them, lot of creatures die over there.
Yes, oil leaks and a lot of creatures die over there. That is true because what happens when a ship leaks and oil like leaks from the ship, the water is there, the water is there, and the creatures that are beneath the water, they breathe through the oxygen that is dissolved in this water. What happens is that oil, what does oil do? Oil does not get dissolved in water, okay, and forms a separate layer of forms a separate layer which makes it harder for the animals there to breathe in oxygen from the water. Okay, so that is why when there is an oil leak out, a lot of creatures they die. Now, it is better to recycle the plastic waste, that is, unused plastic material should be made to use again. Recycle plastic materials is good, when, however, during recycling, certain coloring agents are added. This limits its usage, especially for storage of food. Okay, so during the process of recycling, they also add coloring agents. Okay, again to make the product more appealing. Now, what this does is this limits its usage because once again a lot of coloring agents are added. Then, if we store food in it, it is like not good for the storage of food. Okay, so that is why it is used for other purposes, recycled plastics. Okay, such as storing other things and all, making utility items. Now, if you want to make your environment clean, we have four principles. Yes, Abraham.
Um, in one of my textbooks, I read there was an initiative where they would say that you collect all the plastic bottles. Like they would collect all the plastic bottles, 5, 10 of them, and then they would put it in a eco drive area. So then the people from there, so you have to take all the plastic bottles and fill it with like chip wrappers, all other plastic that's not going to get biodegradable, and then you would take them and you would build in this like in the slum areas. The NGOs would build houses for people, or like not exactly houses, or like pre preschools and play schools.
With the joining the plastic bottles together.
Yeah, they join it together and then they put mud over it so it's strong, and then they build a play school or a
Yeah.
preschool.
Yeah, I heard about it. I heard about it. Even people use this plastic bottle as a decoration, okay, or fencing also. Even they make a little fencing using like attaching the plastic bottles together, make a fencing, and do some decoration, or make it as a base also. Like they put mud on it and make it as a base, also. So that
Now,
happens. Yes.
when I went to the zoo, there was like some creatures and all like just stone molded. When like one of them was a little cut open, and then you could see they were reinforced from the inside by plastic bottles. So
Yes, that's a good fact. Yes, it happens. So, hello. Can you all hear? Can you
You're
hear me?
breaking. Can't see you. You're like frozen.
Now can you see?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, you're still frozen.
Now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we will stop here for today, and tomorrow we will check out the four principles and harmful effects of polybags carelessly thrown by humans, and we'll do the questions and we'll finish the chapter. Okay. Tomorrow, probably tomorrow we'll finish with this chapter and then we'll begin with the 10th chapter. Okay. Okay, you have 5 minutes break. 5 minutes break is there right now, and after that we will start with our maths class.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, let's begin. Hi, Nathaniel. Good morning. Any videos, please, all of you. About yesterday, where we were talking about the placement of eggs, I'm gonna do it with you all Monday. Okay? I'm gonna do that with you all Monday.
Okay.
Today, we will study unitary method. Do you all know? Anybody knows what is unitary method? What is the meaning of unitary method? See, unitary method is where you have to find out the price or the cost of some articles, okay? And you can do that by finding the cost of one article. It says the name is unitary, means it's made up of the word unit, and unit means one. Unit means one, okay? So in this method, we can find the cost of one article and then find out the cost of remaining articles. Okay, all right. For example, I purchased, for example, I purchased 5 toffee worth rupees 25. Yeah, worth rupees 25. Now, I want to know the cost of 12 toffees. Okay, so what I can do is first I can find out the cost of one toffee and then multiply it with 12 to find out the cost of 12 toffees. Okay, so one toffee. What I will do to find the cost of one toffee?
Ma'am, we have to take 5 divided by 25.
25 divided by 5.
25 divided by 5, which is
Yes,
5.
which is 5. One toffee is 5 rupees. Now I multiply for 12 toffee. I will multiply 12 with 5. How much will be the cost of 12 toffees?
60.
60. Yes, rupees 60 is going to be my cost of 12 toffees. Okay, so this is unitary method. Okay, this is unitary method where you find out the value of 1 and then you multiply it to find the value of the like more number of items. Also we use like to find out the value, since we are doing the proportion chapter, because we are doing proportion. Under unitary method, we are having two methods. Okay, under this unitary, we are having two methods. One method is to use proportion, and another method is this one that I just did. Okay, that I just did. Let's take another example, and I'll show you the ratio method. Okay, the ratio and proportion method. If you want to write this down, you can write it down right now. Write this down. Anna, Emma, Abraham, videos on, please.
Ma'am, did you check my homework?
Did I check your homework? I'll check it today, Abraham. Okay. yours and Nathaniel's homework. I'll check it today. And Emma and Anna, you all too, please make sure that you send me the homework. Okay? Put the homework in the group. All right?
Okay,
And
ma'am.
ma'am,
Yes, Abraham.
did you like search about the proportion, like the method
Yeah,
whether
yes, that's what I said. I like haven't worked it out yet, but I'll explain it to you Monday. Okay? Okay. Joshua, is the unitary method like this example clear? Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else? Any doubts?
No, ma'am.
no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now I will show you how we use the ratio method. Okay. Another example. I'm having 5 kg weight, 5 kg weight of rupees 100. 5 kg weight of rupees 100 I'm having. Okay. I want to know the cost of 16 kg weights. 16 kg weight, what will be the cost of it? Okay. So can you see that? Okay, first tell me, is this question in direct proportion or inverse proportion?
Ma'am, I think it's in direct.
Direct, right, ma'am?
Ma'am,
Yes, good, all of you. It is direct proportion. Okay, Joshua, what is direct proportion? When quantity increases, other quantity also increases. When one quantity decreases, other quantity also decreases. Means that 5 kg wheat was rupees 100. When I buy more wheat, 16 kg, then I will have to pay more price. Right? More wheat, more price. So both are increasing. That is why it is known as direct proportion. When both are increasing or both are decreasing, it is direct proportion. Okay. Now this is a question of direct proportion. So you can treat it like that. You can set up an equation. You can set up an equation. We have 5 kg wheat. Price is 100. Yes, Emma. But
Ma'am, I was
16
just
kg.
saying 100 and then 16 to the power of x.
Yes, 16 is to x. Okay. Now, because I think it's a direct proportion, we are taking the like quantity and price together, like one whole quantity on one side and one whole quantity on the other side. We are not taking the quantity one side and price on the other side. Okay. We are taking quantity price together and quantity price together. Okay. To find out the value of to find out the price.
ma'am,
Yes, Abraham.
ma'am, I have a doubt about this method, ma'am. Ma'am, like, if we take both of the price together, ma'am, both of the quantity together, then, ma'am, first we'll have to find the unit in order to find the 16, right, ma'am?
First, we have to find out the unit. Um, yes, I think
How
so.
much is 1 equal to?
Mm-hmm. That method too you can apply, okay, where you find out the value of 1 and then multiply it with 16. That method is also there. You can do that method, okay. And this we have to like we don't know the like the price of 1. So we put the quantities together and sorry, the quantity and price together and the quantity and price together and assume that the price is x. Yes, Yeshua, what answer did you get?
Ma'am, I got the answer of 1600.
1600. Okay, I want you to recheck it. Okay, check it once again. Now what we do is we multiply the outer terms together and the inner terms together. Okay, so 5 into x we have equals to 100 into 16. Okay, 5 into x is 5x equals to 100 into 16. You can directly multiply also, or you can cancel also, like I'm doing. 100 into 16 divided by 5. 5 ones are 210. Multiply. Now multiply and tell me the answer.
No.
20 and 6. 16 to the 32 and 0. Rupees 320 is your cost of 16 kg wheat. Now if we do it with like finding the value of 1, first we'll find out 5 kg anu is how much? 100. 1 kg will be 100 divided by 5. 100 divided by 5. How much? 20. 1 kg price will be rupees 20. Cancel it. Then 16 kg price will be 16 into 20, which is how much? Rupees 320. Okay, rupees 320. First, we to find out the price of one article, we divide the total cost with the number of articles that are given. Then we'll have the price of one. Then we multiply it with the quantity that we have to find out, and we'll have the answer. Okay, now you have choice. You can use any method here. You can use any method to solve this. Okay, Joshua, are you getting the answer now?
Not necessarily, ma'am.
Not necessarily. Why?
Because probably I'm doing the calculation wrong.
Okay. See, Joshua, I'll give you a little bit of an explanation as to how we work out proportions. Okay. Now, proportions are basically an equation. A proportion is an equation made up of two ratios of like two different things. Okay. Now, it basically establishes a relationship between the ratios of two different things. Just like here, it's happening. 5 and 100 is the ratio of the like wheat, 5 kg wheat price 100. And 16 and x is the ratio of 16 kg wheat, price unknown. Okay, we put them together, and because we don't know the price of wheat, we put x in its place. Okay, we put x in its place. Now what happens is we have taken like wheat and price on one side and wheat and price on the other side. How do we solve it? How do we solve it? The two outer terms are multiplied. Okay, these are called the extremes. These two outer terms are known as extremes. And the two inner terms are multiplied. The two inner terms are multiplied. These are known as means. Means, okay? Multiply the extremes and multiply the means. So we have 5 into x. This is my extremes. And 100 into 16. That is my means. Okay? And then you solve it to find 320. Okay? Okay? Yes. Then Here also, like, did you understand this method? Finding the price of like 1 unit and multiplying it.
Pardon, ma'am?
Did you understand this method? Finding the price of 1 unit and multiplying it?
Sort of.
Sort of. Okay. It's okay. No problem.
Ma'am, we could
Yes,
use the
Neha.
method also, right, ma'am? We could first do 5 divided by 100, then multiply 20 by, the answer would be 20, so you could multiply by 16, it would give you 320.
Yes. This is only that method. Yeah, this is that method only. You have suppose I have three three ice cream. Three ice cream worth rupees 30. 30. Okay, Joshua, can you tell me what will be the price of one ice cream? Three ice cream are 30. One ice cream price will be?
10, ma'am.
Yes. One ice cream price will be rupees 10. How did you calculate 10?
Ma'am, how I calculated 10? I just simply thought, um, I just simply thought 30. If three ice creams are 30, one ice cream should be 10.
Yes, that is right. Now, you found 10, okay? How will we get 10 is when we divide 30, that is the price of ice cream, by number of ice cream. How many do we have? Okay, 3 ones are and 3 tens are 30. Okay, that is how you get 10. You divide the total cost, okay, by the number of item that we have. Okay, now I tell you that Joshua find the cost of 7 ice cream. When one ice cream is 10 rupees, what will be the cost of 7 ice cream?
70, ma'am.
70. Now what we did? To find out the cost of 7 ice creams, I multiplied 10 with 7. Right. For like 7 ice creams, I multiplied my 10, which was cost of one ice cream, with 7. It gave me 70 rupees. Okay. So this is this method. Very simple. This entire method is this thing only. Okay. First divide and find out the cost of one item, then multiply it to find out the cost of many items. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to give you a question, all of you. All of y'all, I'm going to give you a question. Now, we have cost of 10 soap pieces. Rupees 150, and the cost of 4 toothpastes is rupees 60. You have to find cost of 6 soap pieces. Okay. Find cost of 6 soap pieces and 2 toothpastes. These are two different things in the same question. Okay, so don't get confused with the cause. These are like two different things. You have to find them separately in the same question. Anna, Emma, Joshua, can I have your videos on?
Yes, ma'am, I'm having lots of internet problems. That's why I've kept it off.
Okay. All right. But Anna and Emma, only for this class, okay? Next time, please check your internet
Yes,
before logging in. Okay? Yes. Now,
ma'am, it was working till
Ma'am, can I see the answer?
uh, yes, Abraham, 10 pieces. Say one answer only.
Ma'am, I
Okay.
didn't calculate the cost of 10. I calculated the cost of 6 soap pieces and 2 toothpastes.
Okay. Yes. 6 soap pieces. What's the cost of 6 soap pieces, Abraham?
90 rupees.
Correct. Correct.
Ma'am, I'll send the other one in the chat.
You sent me the other one in chat. Okay. Anybody else wants to tell the cost of 2 toothpastes?
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
I'll send it to you privately.
Okay. Yes, Rashma.
is the cost of 2 toothpastes 30?
Yes, good. The cost of 2 toothpastes is 30. How did we do it? See, 10 soap pieces, 10 soap pieces were 150. One soap, what will be the cost of one soap? Divided by 10, 15 rupees. And cost of 6 soap will be 90 rupees. Same way, cost of 4 toothpaste,
Ma'am, why 4? Aren't we finding out for 2?
say again,
Wait, ma'am, sorry.
4 toothpaste is 60. One toothpaste,
Ma'am, we can divide it into 2 by 2 to get the answer.
yes, yes, we can do that.
Ma'am, 15.
Yes. And 2 toothpaste,
30, ma'am.
yes, 30. 15 into 2, that is 30 rupees. Any doubt in this question?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, can we have another one like this?
Yes, I'll give you another one. Joshua, is it clear now how to solve it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Write it down first and then I'll give you another question. Let me know once done.
Ma'am, what are we supposed to solve in the soap section?
In what section, Anna?
Ma'am, I said.
You said, okay.
What are we
Um,
supposed to solve in the soap section?
Soap section.
Mm.
This is for the soap section.
No, ma'am. You had said cost of 10 pieces, 10 soap pieces equals to 150. So,
Yes.
what were we supposed to solve? We're supposed to do one. What's find the price of one soap piece or how many?
Yes, we find the price of one soap piece first. Okay, that I found out rupees 50. Then we multiply the cost of one soap with the cost of with the number of soaps, that is 6 soaps. Because we need the cost of 6 soaps, we got rupees 90. Okay, this is the soap section, this is the toothpaste section. Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to clear the screen and I'm
Done.
going to give done. Okay. I'm gonna give you all another question to try out. Find out the cost of 10 copies of the same book. 25 copies is rupees 525. You have to calculate the cost of 10 copies of the same book.
Is the answer 21?
Is the answer 21?
Sorry, 210.
Yes, the answer is 210. 210 is the right answer. How many of y'all are getting 210? Still doing it. Do it and find out the answer. Twenty-five copies.
Ma'am, you have to divide 252 by 255 by 25 and multiply that by 10.
Yes, that is right, Abraham. One copy, we will divide the total cost by total number of copies, that is 25. We will get 21. One copy will be 21. Okay, now 10 copies. And in the price of 10 copies, for 10 copies, I'll multiply the price of one copy with 10, number of 10 copies. So 2110 rupees is the price of 10 copies. Is the question clear? Any doubt in this question? Yes, any doubt in this question?
No, ma'am, not for me.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Have you Okay. Have you all written this? Shall I give you one more question? I'm gonna clear the screen now. One more question. Yes, Abraham.
Nothing more.
One more question we are going to do. The cost of 612 is the cost of 1 dozen um, oil bottles. You have to find the cost of 4 oil bottles. Also, you have 6 pickle boxes worth rupees for 240. You have to find the price of 3 pickle boxes.
Ma'am, can I see the answer?
Yes, Abraham, tell me only the cost of 6 pickle bottles. Sorry, 4 pickle bottles.
120. Ma'am, see,
No, Abraham, tell me the cost of 4 oil bottles.
204.
Correct. Anybody else getting the answer?
Ma'am, I got the answer to the pickle bottle.
Yes, what's the answer to the pickle bottle?
For 3 pickle bottles, I'll get the answer of 120.
Correct. Correct. Good. Good, all of you. We have 12 oil bottles.
Ma'am,
Yes.
find the I think I got the answer for the oil bottles.
Okay, tell me.
306. for 4 oil bottles?
306.
Wait,
Check it again.
Ma'am,
Yes, Abraham.
ma'am, I use the unitary method for the oil bottles, and then I use I divided the thing for the bigger bottles, ma'am. But I realized, ma'am, we could even divide the 6112 by 3. That would give us the amount of the cost for 4 oil bottles, right, ma'am?
If we divide like 612 or like 240 by 3.
No, we divide 612 by 3, okay, ma'am. We would get the answer 204, which is the answer for the oil bottles.
We
Ma'am,
can do that.
you can use this method when we see like a link, like 4 threes are 12, like that,
Yes.
right, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes, Abraham. You can do that if you see the link. You can establish the link and directly divide 2. Okay. This is for oil bottles. Then we have pickle boxes. How many? 6 pickle boxes are rupees 240. One pickle box will be 240 by 6, 4 and 0. One pickle box is 40 rupees. How many price you need? 3 pickle boxes. Will be 40 multiplied by 3. That is rupees 120. Any doubt till now in this question? Yes, any doubt in this question? Anyone? No? Okay. So for today, we are going to stop here. For today, we are going to stop here. And homework is your exercise 7.4. Exercise index question 7.4 is the homework. Okay. Please do it and share it to me. Okay. And Joshua, if you find any doubt, you can ask me on Monday. Okay, today is Friday, Thursday, right? Tomorrow class we'll be having. Friday
yes,
we are having class. Yes. So you can ask me tomorrow. Okay. And that is you can ask me tomorrow. The placement of X concept I'm gonna take Monday because I think I'm a little occupied today, but we can like work it out Monday. Now, what are we gonna do is 7.4 is your homework. Joshua, can you like share your
ma'am.
contact? So can you share your contact? So I'll be like, I can share you the book PDF of science and maths.
Yes, ma'am. I have two things to tell.
Yeah.
My mother had told Hardik sir that this will be a trial class for me,
Mm-hmm.
and I technically have to leave right now because my brother also has a class.
Okay. You can leave right now. And you have 2 to 3 trial classes. Okay. You have 2 to 3 trial classes to check, and then you can, if you want, you can join. Okay, that's right.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
See you, Joshua. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye. Rest
Bye,
of you
Dad.
all too. See you all tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye. Yes,
Bye,
Abraham.
ma'am.